All right, we're looking at Claire's butterfly below the water. And we're just starting it off kind of quarter speed, just kind of take a look at what's going on. Now, when I look at her butterfly, kind of like we saw above, the one thing I'm noticing, again, the head's just on the breathing strokes. We're just getting the head up. It's up, but it's not out. We got to get that head out earlier and get that head down earlier. The head has to lead the hands on that. It has to lead the hands on the pull, has to lead the hands on the recovery. Now, the other timing that we've been talking about and working on is this kick timing. And you can see she's really been doing a good job of developing that second kick. Excuse me. But she's not getting the knee bend that she needs to drive that kick. Watch the strokes. There's a nice deep knee bend. Now the second kick, hardly any knee bend at all. She's taking the kick. She's got a little bit of a flick of the feet, but she's not really loading up. She's not really driving the kick. She knows she needs to have a kick there, and she's trying to do a little bit of a kick motion, but we need to get a deeper knee bend. We need to really try to drive that second kick because that's the power we're missing when we're over the water trying to get that breath and recover. The reason she has so much trouble getting those arms around and she has to kind of chop them down and in early is because that second kick isn't pushing her hard enough. So, again, just watching, if we can get more out of that second kick, it's really going to work wonders as far as helping her with that straight arm recovery and keep her from having to chop in. So, second kick is crucial. Get deeper knee bend, try and drive more at the legs. Now we're watching her arm pull. She has a good front sweep, but you can watch those hands. See how deep they're reaching at the front end of the stroke? Especially after she breathes, they're going to go real deep. But she's kind of chopping them down. That's part of that chop. Her hands are just staying a little too deep. She's driving down, and then she's sweeping down. So one of the reasons she gets stuck is look at how deep those hands are in that recovery. They need to be a lot shallower. The sweep around that she's doing is good. It's just her hands are starting at a too deep position, and that's causing issues with her stroke. So here we go. Nice side profile position. And you can see she's got a good sweep right there. You can just definitely see how she's sweeping out and in and getting into that pull. But when we get a few more strokes in, you're going to get a good view. So here she's doing good, pressing. See how far she's keeping her hands apart. Okay, we got a good 2 feet of water between the hands. They're actually outside her shoulders. A good butterflyer, the first half of their pull is going to be 2 paddles. And then right here where her hands are, they're going to actually sweep the hands inside the body, right about here under the chest. And both hands are practically going to be touching. And that's when you go from 2 paddles to 1 big paddle. And all butterflyers are trying to do that. They try to get that sweep at the front end that gets the head up for the breath. They're trying to get the hands in just like breaststroke and get them right almost touching, getting ready to push back and drive. So think 2 paddles on a sweep to get the head up, 1 big paddle to drive the hands back. And you cannot get the hands close enough. If you can get them to where they're practically touching, if you go from this 1 foot, 2 feet space to about 1 inch, 2 inches space, that is good. So the closer you get those hands, the better off you are on that pull. Keep going. You can see how she chops the hands down, gets a little deep. Excuse me. So we're seeing a lot of good things. I mean, really just the timing issues. And that's stuff that we're working on. I mean, where she is at is where most athletes are when they enter this group. So that's good because we design our drills for butterfly, our single double drill, our single double drill or single arm only drill. We do a lot of kicking drills in different positions to build up the strength of the legs. Everything we're doing is aimed to fix some of the problems we're seeing in these videos. Now, biggest thing is she's trying to do them and she's doing a good job. You can watch, she's trying to get that second kick in. That'll get better as her kick gets stronger and as she does more of our drills and as we focus on it more throughout the year. Same thing with that timing of the breath. I think she has an idea of when she wants to get that head up. You can see her try to lift the head, but she's just not getting it high enough, getting to the surface soon enough. So it's something that as she keeps working on it, she'll get better and better. And then pretty soon she's going to notice a drastic improvement in her butterfly. But we just got to stay focused. Don't want to fix everything you can possibly fix. We want to fix the things that will cause us the most improvement first that we can build on. And for right now, for Claire, it's breath timing, head timing, and it's kick timing. Once we get those two things consistent and get them locked in, then we can start tweaking a lot of the other stuff. And the reason why we want to focus on those two things first is because usually when you fix those two things, a lot of these other little issues that we're seeing with her stroke, chopping the hands in, bending the elbows in a recovery, they disappear. It's like magic. They just disappear. That's because those first two things are so fundamental that they erase a lot of the problems. A lot of the stuff she does compensates for not having a strong enough second kick or compensates for getting her head up too late. And they're all kind of related. So we just got to keep building up the power of that kick, get a stronger second kick. The better that gets, the easier it'll be for her to get that head up early and down early. So it's all related. And really for her, we just got to get her better with that kick and the timing of it. So really good job on a lot of the stuff I'm seeing. Let's go back real quick as we swim into the wall. I just want to talk real quick about her streamline because I noticed something when I was watching the video. So she's going to come in here. So I like the turn. She's bringing her hips, her feet under her hips on her, a little over rotated, but she's pushing off. Now what I want to talk about is right there. Let's frame back a little bit. She's just a little bit loose with that streamline. See how it's not locked in? I'd like to see her get a little tighter with the streamline. Try and make sure that it's squeezing the back of her head. Because when you're loose like this, she's just going to drag. And that's really the fastest part of the swim right here as she's gliding off the wall. So we got to tighten up the front end of that streamline just a little bit early on. Once we get swimming, good breakout. It keeps her head down, doesn't breathe on a breakout. I really like that. So again, these are all issues that we talk about. This is all stuff we're specifically addressing in this group. So I think this group's going to be good. She's a really hard worker. Just keep working these drills. Be patient. Keep focused on your timing, kick and head, and we'll get better as we go. And this will get a lot easier for this stroke. So look forward to seeing you at practice tonight.